Dogecoin holders, welcome back to the channel. Let's touch upon what's going on with Doge right now. It's been a very, very rocky market. And as we look at crypto right now, we're seeing a lot of institutional inflows. We're seeing a lot of open doors when it comes to big banks and big players within the financial spectrum. And I want to talk to you guys about a 1% allocation of your portfolio to Dogecoin. What does this mean? We're going to talk about that, as well as another headline that I want to get into, because the whales are swimming. 100 million Doge were just acquired by the whales. And is this enough to send Dogecoin to the moon? That's what we always love to hear. When we do talk Dogecoin, you have to say moon. But this is not going to be just another video where you get into some fanboy narrative where we got our pom-poms up, we're rooting for Dogecoin hit $1. You're not going to find that here. We're going to talk facts. We're going to get into the numbers, and I appreciate you guys all giving me a couple minutes of your time. If you haven't done so already, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us right here on the channel. We do talk Dogecoin and all of your favorite cryptos each and every single day. And let's get down into it. So first, I do want to lead with what we just talked about, right? 100 million Doge just acquired, all in the past week. That's something very bullish data coming on from Sentiment. This is where you see roughly a huge net increase, over 100 million in less than 2 weeks. That means at current prices, $17.5 million accumulated. That's a big headline in my personal opinion. Okay, so this is where a lot of times you defer to whales as being the smart money in the room, but this is something where they're not usually, gigantic wallets where you do lend towards them being exchanges or something along those lines, but they're not small enough where we do consider them whale investors. And that's kind of what we look into it, right? 100 million Doge is not a small number. This is something more than just being random, in my personal opinion. It's not financial advice. I'm not saying, hey, smart money's buying 100 million Doge. Let's back up the truck and let's buy. I'll never tell you to buy or sell a crypto. You have to do what's best for you and your financial journey. This is not financial advice, but this is just a fact along the way, okay? So if we see all of these the early players buying all of this Doge, all the money flowing into Dogecoin, is this a kind of a tipping of the hand, if you will, that Dogecoin whales are back? Is this the bottom? Are we buying Doge right now? Should we be buying Doge? Those are the questions we have to be asking ourselves. And now this is kind of where I think that the whales are positioning for the potential for a longer term shift. Okay. And that's just going to be that headline in itself. Nothing really more to talk about that in terms of the whales and what they're acquiring. But I do want to talk more about the 21 shares position and belief that a 1% Dogecoin allocation can boost returns extensively. Okay. Now, this is going to be something where I'm never going to, like I said, this is not financial advice. This is 21 shares in one of their asset managers talking about Dogecoin in a recent report shared on April 30th. Okay. And this is kind of how you look into diversification. Okay, so a 60-40 portfolio allocation with a modest percentage of Bitcoin and Dogecoin could significantly impact returns. And this is something where the Dogecoin allocation is rewarding, not risky. And why are they getting into this? Okay, this is where it differs a little bit more so than a typical 60-40 stocks bonds portfolio. But this is something where you look into the returns on a monthly rebalanced portfolio, increasing to 32.29% to 40.89% with just 1% Dogecoin allocation. Okay. And that's something where you look into rebalancing kind of these annualized returns that you would be having if you did have Dogecoin. And not only that, guys, it's something where if you're buying Dogecoin at the top, you're buying at the bottom, it's still worth noting as we look at Doge right now, 8th in market cap at 18 cents. This is a crypto that has a 36.2% return over the last 365 days. We did have a high point at 45 cents where everybody thought we were going to all-time highs. We were going to $1. And that's kind of the take-home message, okay? So just to conclude and put a bow on it, I do, if 21 shares is going to share their Dogecoin allocation recommendation, this is where we have to talk about their Dogecoin price projection, okay? And that's where we look into kind of the expectations by the end of the bull cycle, okay? And this is where they classified it in bear, base, and bull cases, talking about if we do continue to see kind of this stifling market where we're just kind of hanging out, we're not really going up, we're not going down, we're just kind of trending sideways. This is kind of where you look into failing to reach all new all-time highs. And that's kind of where you look into just a 2x surge to 38 cents by year's end. And that would be a sustained 10% compound annual growth rate from 2021 peak of 73 cents. Now, nonetheless, Dogecoin, if you do expect to be bullish, and this would be the base case where it would trend north of $1 or more, this would be a 5.5x return if we do reach $5 trillion this cycle. We just breached $3 trillion on today's date. And that's where you see Doge's market share dropping from 4% in the previous cycle to 3%, okay? And that's kind of what's important, okay? So the best outlook, and that would be the best case scenario, the most bullish analysis, that would be the difference within Dogecoin having, the 007 before the last cycle rally to the 0585 in this cycle. And if we do kind of mirror that 189% that we did see, this would approximately reach $1.42 this cycle, which is almost a 7x from today's valuation. So that's going to be kind of what we have going on. I talked a little bit about the whale movements. I talked about 21 shares, their price projections. Leave a comment down below. Do you agree with the bearish, the base, or the bull case for 21 shares and their price outlook? I want to know your thoughts down below in the description, as we currently are trending Dogecoin right now, 6.1% up on the day, trading at 18 cents. I want to know your thoughts down below in the comments, but I appreciate you guys all giving me a couple minutes of your time. Hit that subscribe button before you leave this video, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.